Volume 3, Number 24. What a night. It's so nice to get the kids to bed after spending time holding Josiah, Melissa as they rock them to sleep, and spending time reading to both Elijah and Jenny. The kids were fast asleep as they held them in their arms. Michael, we really don't spend enough time reading to the kids. We need time alone with our kids more often like this. Yes, as they put the two little ones in their cribs. I can't believe he's 3 months old almost. Josiah is growing up so fast already, said Grace to Michael. Yeah, Michael breathed a sigh of relief. Yeah, he's getting big. And Melissa is 16 months old already. As they laid them down in their cribs, they tiptoed out the room. They kissed the kids all good night and went downstairs. Jessica said, I'm so happy that the kids spent time with you. They needed that. It's so nice to see you all be a family for a change. So, Jessica, what are your plans for the night? Well, I'm going to go upstairs and settle in. I have my overnight bag. I just need to know who's going to relieve me in the morning. Stacy is. Oh, yes, that's right. I did talk to Stacy. She's really nice. I really like her. She'll relieve you, and there's going to be somebody that's going to be the overnight person. Her name's Lisa. We have it all set up with Miss Jackson. So you'll be relieved for Valentine's Day, so you can have plans all set for Valentine's Day. So you'll be okay for the night. You have somebody that will at least fill in for you. Oh, that's great. Miss Jackson's always so helpful. So with that said, enjoy your rest, and we'll see you in the morning. Thank you, Michael. As Grace and Michael were fixated on the stars and the moon, they just couldn't believe what a starry night it was. It's nice to just take a good, quick look at that if we have the time to capture that moon again. The stars were shining so bright. Nights like this are just to be treasured. Well, do we call this officially Valentine's Day, or is it not quite Valentine's? It's almost there, Grace. It's almost there. I would like to have a sweethearts dance, if you don't mind. Yeah, well, you have to save it because my dancing shoes are all ready, and I'm ready for this. Grace, did you get your hair done, your nails done, or did you do anything special? Yes, Michael, I did some things that were, let's just say, additional specialties to add to the night. Well, that's good. I do have one request. Can you ask Mom and Dad if they could cancel the reservations for the Waterfall Hotel? I don't want to be away from the kids. It's too much to be away from the kids. Maybe we can reserve it for another time. I'm sure they won't mind. They know that you're used to being around the kids. Just ask them if they can reserve it for another time. It's just too much all at once to be away from the kids and have all this going on at once. It's one thing to have a wedding anniversary. It's another thing to be away from the kids. Okay, well, Mom and Dad are busy a lot sometimes when I don't get a chance to talk to them. I would tell them myself, but I figured it would be easier if you could call them. You know what? I'll call them right now if that's okay. It's early enough. Okay, so Michael decides to call Mom and Dad. Hey, Dad, Mom, or which one am I talking to? You're talking to Mom. Mom, is there any way we could have a rain check on the hotel on the 15th? Grace and I are overwhelmed, and we want to spend time with the kids after our anniversary dance. Oh, that's not a problem. When would you like to go? Well, we were just thinking if we could play it by ear, if that's okay. Well, the invitation's open. I'll cancel the reservation. Did you pay for it? Not really. We didn't pay for anything. We just reserved it. Okay, good. So we can always plan it for another time. Yeah, thank you. It's just we need to spend time with our kids, and that's what our anniversary is more about, is about our kids. After spending time with the kids tonight, we just decided that we'd rather be home for our anniversary. That's totally understandable, said Mom. I'll make sure your dad is aware of it too. I'll see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Mom. Love you. And have a good night. Have a good night, Mom. After getting off the phone, he realizes this is exactly why Grace is so smart. Grace, said Michael, I called Mom. She's going to cancel the reservations. It'll work out just fine. Thank you, Michael. I need to spend time with our kids like we did tonight. On a night like tonight, it's perfect. It's perfect. I want to relax. I don't want to be out and about. I want to be with my kids. I just think that we need to spend time with our family like we did tonight. That's perfectly understandable. So, what are we going to do the rest of the night? We're going to just sit and enjoy our time. Maybe say a prayer, a simple prayer. Did we pray with the kids last night? Or even the night before or tonight? Michael, I don't know. Do we ever slow down? Do we ever slow down and think about these things? No, I don't think so. Then if you can't remember if you prayed with your kids, then you probably didn't. That's why we're getting into a new routine. Our wedding anniversary is going to be the game changer. It's a new chapter in our life, is the way I look at it. We're going to spend time with our kids. We're going to change things. It's a new chapter in our life. That's the way I look at it. And why I say that is because we have to make some changes. I realize your business is expanding. Well, Grace, I didn't say that's a definite decision. I said I'm looking into it. I didn't say yes or no to this decision. I still have time to say back out of this. Oh, really? Said Grace. Yes, really. I didn't say I was definitely doing it. I'm consulting. I'm just making time to discuss it. I have to really think about this. I have to pray on it. I still need to talk to Pastor West. I'm not going to jump into this head first. Oh, you're so smart. I'm confident you're going to make the right decision if you don't jump into this head first, said Grace. Well, Grace, I think every time I ever jumped into something head first, I've always been a little spoiled in some ways, but looking at that starry night as they're sitting out on the deck, even though it's a little chilly out, I realize that it's the simple things in life that keep us happy. Like, we're going to have a fun night on our wedding anniversary, but that's all we need. Michael, I don't need a fancy limousine ride around the city to enjoy my anniversary. All I need is my family to be healthy. I need you to be healthy. And it's just quite simple. A starry night like this is it can make my day so simple. Love is so simple in my life. It doesn't have to be all these extravagant things in life. Although I like the extravagant things, it doesn't come down to all those extravagant things. It's just a simple moon, starry night with you right by my side, just like it was when we first met. That's exactly right, Grace. You know, when we first met, it was a TV movie, it was a telescope, it was us ordering out Chinese. Those were the memories that I want to restart. Well, then why don't we do that? Why do we have to be spending money the way we spend money? When I asked you to show me what the tax forms and what the budget was, the reason I wanted to do that is not because I don't trust you, because I don't want to spend this exorbitant amount of money on things that we don't need. I know that spending time on our wedding anniversary is important, but I don't need to go out and have champagne and go out a night at town. But Are you saying you don't want to go do this? No, it's not that. I love the idea of going, and we're going to enjoy ourselves immensely with including us, four couples who deserve a night out on the town. But when that's all said and done, our next anniversary is going to be about spending time at home, having a simple Asian dinner. I'm sure of it, I hope, and spending quiet time alone. That's my plan. And I'm planning ahead because I'm not letting you plan everything. Well, good, Grace. Then it's all settled. A starry night, and you're in charge. Okay? We could have a sweetheart's dance on the deck of the porch. It's very simple. We can be very simple and happy without all the extravagant things in life. We have a nice house. We have nice everything. Once in a while, we have to sometimes say no to things and say yes to a simple, sweet evening with no expenses. Buying those groceries and buying all this and buying all that, sometimes the bill is really high. I just want us to cut down. I want us to look over our budget and get honest. That's why I'm looking out for you. I'm looking out for our family. And then honestly, I love you. Grace, I respect what you're saying. We're going to have fun though. And I promise you, you are in for a surprise. Oh, I'm sure of it, knowing you. Michael and Grace discuss a lot of things over the moon and stars as they sit on the porch holding hands, just like they did when they first started dating. It was just like the way it used to be. It was a simple, sweet night. They even had a little leftover sushi that Mrs. Yokomoto made, and they ate it with ginger. It was just simple. It wasn't extravagant. It wasn't expensive. It was just a simple, quiet night under the stars. Michael brisked Grace's hair. He said, "You have such beautiful hair, Grace. Did you ever think about putting your hair up?" "Yeah, I can put it up right now. I have my pin." "Put it up for a second. I want to see your neck." And before you know it, Michael pulls out a necklace with a small diamond chip in the middle of a small little circle and a heart. "What's this?" said Grace. "It's a necklace to go with your dress." "Aw, happy Valentine's Day, Grace." As it turned 12 o'clock and it was officially Valentine's Day, and they kissed. Now that's exactly what Valentine's Day is like with you, Michael. This beautiful necklace that draped on her neck was perfect. As Grace looked over and said, "Can I see what it looks like in the mirror?" So Grace hurried and got to a mirror. Said, "This will look perfect with my dress, Michael." And Michael stared at it and just realized this is perfect. "Michael, thank you for waiting to midnight. Why and how and why are we up till midnight? I don't know where the time flew. I guess we just talked so long that I didn't realize it was midnight. But it is Valentine's Day. Officially, yes it is. We better get to bed." "Yeah, but we're like two little kids again. Isn't it like the way it used to be?" "That's true." As they hurried off to bed and went to sleep, they kissed goodnight. And that was just a special moment with the necklace and everything else. And the segment is over.